Kelly, you talked about your time down on the border. Maybe you could
Yeah.
mention, I think you were at the Nogales
hmm
substation, which was subjected to a near run attack. Could you talk a little bit about what you saw there?
Yeah. Well, first of all, with any of the substations I've been to, including Nogales, it's amazing to me how you can stand right at the fence pointing a camera for an hour at the transformers and not one guard, not one person will approach you and ask you what you're doing. Now, I have my guard card, and one of the things you need to do as a guard is approach anybody staring at your facility with a camera and question them and then call authorities. Every single station we've been to, we've spent well over an hour at the fence line. Like I could stick my hand through, which is feet away from the transformers, and videotape it. And that was scary to me because we were actually prepared to be arrested. Like we put our license in our pocket. I mean, we thought for sure authorities were going to come up and question us. And the one in California we went to, not Metcalf, but it was, I'm forgetting the county we were in, but we were there for a good 3 hours. And not one person even slowed a truck down that drove by. So that's unnerving.
But
And also,
somebody had put, as I understand it, at that Nogales
yeah,
facility, a device in proximity to that fence line. You might just talk about that.
yes, in Nogales, they had put an IED next to the diesel tanks, and we were right next to it. I mean, and this is after um, they had tried to take out this particular substation, and still nobody. And law enforcement drove past many times, and we were right there, right where the IED had been placed by the diesel tanks, of course, outside the fence. But I never in a million years would have imagined that we would have been able to do that without being questioned. And that, being that it's on the border and it's in the Tucson corridor, which takes, is the Nogales actual port of entry up into inland into Arizona. And that's a large section. So had that been knocked out, our power would have been out at the Nogales border, which is one of the biggest port of entries for narcotics, all the way up into the state of Arizona. That should concern people greatly.